How are you? Fine. Or as we say in Australia, good, mate. We say it so often it's almost stopped meaning anything. Everything is fine. Work is fine. Things at home are fine. Life is fine. And here's the thing. For a lot of people, it's actually true, at least on the surface. Life is, in the conventional sense, functioning. The bills are paid, the responsibilities are met, and the structure holds. And yet, if you're honest, if you slow down enough to actually ask, is fine the same as fulfilled? I don't think it is, and I think a lot of people know the difference, even if they don't often say it out loud. There was a period in my own life when everything was, by any reasonable measure, working. I was running my business, doing the work competently, earning well enough. From the outside, you'd probably have called it stable, perhaps even enviable. But underneath that competence, something was quietly present. Not crisis, not a collapse, just a persistent sense that something was missing, that the life I was living, however efficient, wasn't quite fully inhabited. I remember one morning waking up before the alarm, and before I'd quite reached full consciousness, this feeling arrived. A heaviness, a reluctance, the prospect of stepping back onto a treadmill that would carry me through another competent, productive, unremarkable day. Nothing dramatic, but it didn't go away. It kept returning like a sore tooth you can't quite ignore. Eventually, I realised that that feeling wasn't asking for a holiday or for a distraction. It was asking for honesty. Honesty about whether the life I was maintaining was the life I actually wanted to be living. Fine and fulfilled are not the same thing. Fine is a life that functions. Fulfilled is a life that fits, and most of us, if we're honest, can tell the difference, even if it's uncomfortable to name it. There are good reasons people stay in fine longer than they might choose. Fine is comfortable. Disrupting it carries risk, and busyness is remarkably effective at keeping the quieter questions at bay. As long as the calendar's full, there's always a reason not to sit with what might actually be true. But the question doesn't go away. It waits, and usually at some point it becomes more persistent than the busyness. Now, I'm not suggesting that everyone in a stable, functioning life is secretly miserable and needs to blow it all up. That's not what this is about. But for those who carry that quiet sense that fine, however respectable, isn't quite enough, there's something worth knowing. The gap between functioning and fulfilled is not fixed. It can be narrowed, not through dramatic reinvention, but through a patient, honest engagement with what actually matters. Fine is a perfectly good place to be, but it doesn't have to be the destination. If this is territory that you'd like to explore further, I go into it in depth in Living from the Heart, the first book in the Heart series. You'll find more at bernardcates.com. The link's in the description below. I'd love to know if this resonates with you. When did you last stop long enough to ask whether fine is actually enough? We'll see you next time.